Hi, and welcome to week 7. Well, actually, we're going into week 8, so you just finished week 7. Week 7 was all about the Harlem Renaissance, the 1930s, and of course, some of the political tensions that were being felt at this moment or at these moments. So you had a lot of different elements to go through. Now, just to let you know, what I did this time was I also went through and tried to respond to the post and to give you some ideas. Many, excuse me. Many of you were very concerned with the midterm, and I'm sorry that you felt that way. I really do try to make the midterm something that's less stressful, and I did not mean to stress you out. That's why it's open book and open note. So I'm going to try to respond back to you so that you can kind of see also maybe a way to model it. Um, so a lot of what I'm going to say kind of will be kind of surface for this conversation because I do want you to have a chance to take a look at those observations. Now, first, I think that Joe Cocker mentioned some really good ideas in relation to Sylvia Plath, and many of you did enjoy reading Sylvia Plath. You thought it was at least engaging, a little controversial, but at least engaging. And it was the same as Caitlin and many of you mentioned with Zora Neale Hurston's The Gilded Six Bits, that you found kind of a connection with that reading because of the kind of the conversational quality, but also in many ways because of the contemporary-esque timepieces. Many of you also enjoyed reading, as Kawana and Randall mentioned, reading Langston Hughes' works too. And I think that he is one of our pinnacle poets in our country, and so getting comfortable with at least a few of his pieces is key. Megan did point out also, this idea of sadness in the pieces. And yes, during the 1930s, and of course during, many ways, kind of the tension in Harlem, there was a sense of depression. And as Michael pointed out, it was during the Great Depression. The struggle, too, was something that Michael Sanford kind of picked up on. And this was also kind of pointed out by Nathan. Nathan kind of focused on Dos Passos and the idea that USA, the selection that you read, did capture both that time period and, of course, the contemporary time period. Randall also kind of correspondingly agreed with many of you about USA, but he really did see a sense of the Harlem Dancers being a poem filled with pride and a little bit of engagement. Now, as far as Richard, I really appreciated your reading of Cain. Cain is an interesting piece, and it does take a bit of time to kind of get through it. I know that many students do not enjoy it, and I appreciate your observations with that.